I'm going to say something that neither of you are going to like. Are you ready?
Ready.
Oh boy.
Sean O'Malley beats both Merab Dvalishvili and Aljamain Sterling.
You're fucking high.
Not in the same fight, not 2-on-1. But this is the Pretty Neat podcast where sometimes you miss out on awesome porn references. My name's Dominic, and for the 346th consecutive episode, Henry Cejudo will not be joining us.
That's 100% true, and I can verify that as the second host of the Pretty Neat podcast, where we talk about UFC and missed opportunities to discuss pornography, apparently. And why not? This is the home of the list. So
It is the home of the list.
Speaking of pornography, I make up the third leg of this tripod. My name's Ryan.
I thought for sure you were going to say, speaking of pornography, I'm watching some right now.
Not unless you count Phoenix and Denver being some type of basketball pornography because of the artistic sexiness of one Mr. Jokic with his ability to rebound and pass the ball.
So Ryan,
you won the introduce yourself challenge today. Good job.
It's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast. It's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast.
Ryan, if we showed Aaron a picture of Nikola Jokic not wearing a Denver Nuggets jersey, and we were like, "Hey, what do you think this guy's job is?" He'd be like, "I don't know. He's a Russian tax attorney."
How do you spell it? I'm gonna look.
Jokic.
I don't know if he say he's a Russian tax attorney, but he'd be like, "Is this guy on like 90 Day Fiance?"
What he for sure wouldn't, or Love on the Spectrum. What he for sure wouldn't say. He for sure wouldn't say, "Oh, he's probably the best basketball player on planet Earth right now."
Okay.
Yeah, he definitely wouldn't say that at face value, but unfortunately, every Google image of this guy, is in some type of basketball jersey.
Yeah, except it just shows him topless.
That is definitely not him.
No.
Let's not even kid ourselves.
No.
Okay.
That is not Nikola Jokic.
He is very talented though.
I don't like the fact that they're called the Nuggets.
As in
Denver
Golden Nuggets?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Gold Rush.
Yep.
Yeah, I think
Gold
that's
Nuggets.
too dated. That's too dated a reference, man.
No.
In fact,
it's 200 fucking years ago.
All
Nuggets
of
aren't
the
cool.
Colorado
Nuggets are
sports
chicken
teams.
now. They're not gold. They're
The
chicken.
all
Denver
of the
Chicken
Colorado
Nuggets?
sports teams
Yes.
have like regional landscape based names.
Yeah. Colorado Avalanche, the Colorado Rockies.
The
You know what the soccer team is called?
Nuggets.
The Denver Nuggets. You know what the soccer team is called?
Tell me.
Aren't they the Rapids?
Are they the Rapids?
I
That's
think
pretty
so.
cool.
And I went whitewater rafting in Colorado, and it was fucking awesome. So
Yep. It's the MLS Colorado Rapids.
yep, that's right.
Then why did the Lakers move from Minnesota?
There's more money
Because
in Los Angeles.
If you
there's not
if you
more
had to
lakes.
pick between being in Minnesota or LA, you would be in LA.
That's very true, but that doesn't mean there's lakes to lake there. If you're a
No,
true.
no, it's not the land of 10,000 lakes. That's for
Yeah.
sure.
they should change their name to the LA Ocean.
Teams rarely change their name when they move. The Clippers are called the Clippers because of the Clipper ships off the ports of San Diego, where they got their start.
Yep.
See, that makes sense. Makes sense.
The Thunder changed their name, right?
Yep.
They're no longer the Supersonics because that was very specific to Seattle.
That's right.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, you are correct. Not a lot of teams when they relocate their franchise change the name.
The
Rams
Oilers
were the Rams in LA and St. Louis.
Yep.
Yeah. The Oilers didn't change their name.
The Houston Oilers became the Tennessee Titans, so yeah, technically they did.
Oh, that's right. They fucking did. But
Yeah,
weren't they the
and then-
Tennessee Oilers for a period of time?
I don't believe they were.
No?
I don't think so. And the
Yeah, so
Montreal
that's-
Expos became the Washington Nationals.
And
Man,
there was
they
a Quebec
switched
team
countries.
as well.
Jeez.
A Quebec NBA team?
No, NHL. Quebec Nordiques
Yep.
became a team in like some fucking random place in America. I think it might have been Carolina.
It typically happens when the team has some sort of major financial trouble, I guess. And they kind of need to rebrand all of it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Or-
and it may only be that the notable brands that remain the same name, like the Dodgers, right? That's the Brooklyn Dodgers
Mhm.
and the Los Angeles Lakers. Can we think of another team that moved and kept the same name other than the ones that we listed?
The
Dodgers.
Memphis Grizzlies.
Okay, yeah. They were Vancouver.
Uh-huh.
I don't.
There's the New Orleans Pelicans thing, so they were the Charlotte Hornets, moved to New Orleans, became the Pelicans after a while. Then the Charlotte Bobcats, an expansion team, became the Charlotte Hornets.
Yeah, but that's a different team,
Uh-huh.
right? That's like a city reclaiming its original name.
No, a team that moved and kept the name. Well, the Rams and the Chargers.
Yep. Chargers originally were from LA.
The Raiders.
They're now back in LA. The Raiders were originally Oakland.
Yep. But
And
they
they've moved
they
all
stayed
over.
the Raiders.
I mean, that's the thing. It fits within the iconic brands and not changing the names.
Yes.
Like we're talking about the Quebec Nordiques, which was a sweet jersey, Hartford Whalers, sweet jersey, but not like super notable where you're like, we have to have the Hartford Whalers, even though there's a lot of outcry in the NHL circuits.
People don't know where Hartford is.
Connecticut.
Well, yeah, but most people don't. I was just making sure you knew.
Test passed.
Didn't either the Red Sox or the White Sox move early on too? Weren't
I
one
don't
of
think
them?
so.
I was gonna say, and there's another team that was a Sox. There's also a different team that dropped.
Yeah, there were the
Sox.
Black Sox, and they're no longer a team anywhere.
Mhm.
Then I feel like there's some, and it doesn't matter. But you heard it, right? You heard it this time, right?
I did
Dom?
hear it, yes.
Yeah.
Cool.
No, it's actually working.
Cool. Just confirming. Woohoo!
Ryan, go ahead.
Okay, so you and I both had like the same sentiment at the conclusion of game 4 last night, which was, well, you said pretty emphatically, give Lonnie Walker a 5-year max extension right now.
Supermax immediately.
Supermax immediately. I mean, the man did score 27 points in the last 2 games, and notably in this game that happened last night, he scored all of his points in the fourth quarter, which was instrumental in the Lakers coming back to win that game. I will mention that were it not for Anthony Davis playing hard defense on the last 2 possessions against Steph Curry to alter his shot or at least give him some type of obstruction,
He locked him up twice in 30 seconds.
it would be a far different outcome. But just imagine this, right? Steph Curry is what, 6'3", 6'4"
On a very good day.
on a very good day, and Anthony Davis is 6'11", clear, just about 7 foot, and he's
Yes.
playing him one-on-one at the beyond the 3-point line, just
In Steph's happy zone.
in the zone where you have to be up on him, and Steph is looking to make a move and get beyond him and drive the lane.
And I hate to cut you off. Oh, by the way, the referees are looking for any reason to call you for a foul.
Any reason. Yeah, it's a stark contrast to what we typically encounter when it comes to playoff officiating, where they allow a little bit more physical contact. I've been a little dismayed about the amount of calls, but if I'm being totally candid, most of those calls have gone the Lakers' way. Now, are the Lakers a little more of the embellishing sort? Yeah, but I think that's typical for the NBA.
Okay, let me stop you
No?
right there. I
You
could not disagree more. So statistically, right, the Lakers near the top, if not at the top of free throw attempts per game. The Warriors near the bottom because the Lakers play closer to the hoop. I'm not going to say every NBA player doesn't flop. Basically, all of them do. But the foul they called on Dennis Schroeder, where it didn't even look like he touched Steph Curry, and he got the 3-pointer and the foul, is a fucking joke. And if you look at game 2, when the Warriors blew the Lakers out, the free throw disparity in that game was so heavily, it was like, I think the Warriors shot 1 or 2 more free throws, but if you look at their averages, and then the play before that Steph Curry foul in game 4, LeBron and AD got absolutely annihilated under the hoop. Now, I've heard the point made, and this was true with Shaq, those two guys are very tough to officiate because they're basically fouled or foul someone on every play by the letter of the law. So I understand that. But I wouldn't say the calls are going the Lakers' way. I would say they're playing their game and they're getting the calls.
Appropriate calls.
They very rarely are they called. Are they calling a foul on the Warriors where it's like, oh, I don't know if that's a foul. Very rarely. They are fouling the Lakers and it's just getting called, which it doesn't always in the playoffs, to your point.
Right.
So carry on.
So I don't disagree with the sentiment around how the Lakers engage in offensive strategy, right? They're going to look to play inside, ball movement. They're looking for outlet passes upon rebounds, and inevitably, if they're not going to get a clean look at a layup, right, they're going to get fouled and then go to the line. So I don't disagree with that. It was an interesting game, back and forth. First quarter definitely in the Lakers' favor, and started to get outplayed a bit. I saw a headline, right? And full transparency, I didn't watch this video, but the video basically said, should the Lakers rest their starters in game 5?
I saw that headline today too.
I'm like, what the fuck are you even thinking? Rest their starters in game 5 where they could win the game in a series that we're watching game 5 right now that's tied 2-2, that's likely going to go 7 between Denver and Phoenix.
And is for sure going 6.
Yeah. Why do you not go all out to try and win in 5 and get the extra rest for your team, for your starters?
What is the guy that wrote that article's job?
Write those articles.
I don't know.
Oh, so he doesn't run an NBA team. Thus, that's why he has fucking dumb opinions like that.
Like, it's not unfounded, right? Like, why? What's the logic there? Like, is it just to get people to like, what the fuck are you saying? Why would you do that? Let me watch this video. It's not going to make any sense.
No, it's the move is to throw everything you have at these next 2 games, because at all costs you have to avoid a game 7 in Golden State.
Yeah.
And absolutely. Game 5 on the road up there is going to be a tough game to win, unless, and it's not impossible, the Lakers get out early, Draymond's all frustrated, maybe he gets kicked out, D'Angelo hits a couple threes, maybe you see like a Malik Beasley sighting, or Rui goes for 20 plus, and the Warriors are down 18 middle of the third and they pack it in. Like, that could happen. It's likely going to be a close game. I could even see the Warriors kind of comfortably winning. I do think the Lakers will close it out in 6. I picked them in 6. And honestly, I think the Lakers, other than maybe Miami right now, have an ability to... Are you picking any team other than them in a close game right now?
I mean, I'm a homer, so I would say no, but trying to be objective, I would say it's very difficult. I told you the other day that I thought Miami was playing great team basketball, and they are.
Yeah.
Defensively, offensively, at times it's confounding the amount of ball movement they have, because they have the ability to get something in the paint and then they're kicking it out because they're looking for the open person and the trusting that those shots are going to be made. Kevin Love is playing fantastic for a man who's got
always loved Kevin Love.
For a man that has almost a full head of gray hair, like, his ability to continue to rebound, make excellent decisions, and then he's making very timely shots is impressive. You said it before, Bam is playing great, both defensively and offensively, when he's in the middle of the offense. And then I don't know what Butler's doing with that ankle, but he looked pretty dang good yesterday in the game that they won, in which I I tend to side with I tend to think that the Knicks have far more talent on that team, but they're definitely not playing collectively as well as the Heat are currently. And it showed, right? As Randall got fouled out, he made the comment at the end of the game that he just thought the Heat wanted the game more, pretty much acknowledging that, hey, we got outworked, right? It wasn't even a matter of talent, game plan, etc.
Yeah.
It was just, hey, I think they wanted it more than us, so they won,
Well,
which
and
was very telling.
so I'm a big Julius Randle fan. I actually kind of love all of what they used to call the baby Lakers before they traded him off for Anthony Davis and kind of weirdly Lonzo Ball. Because never forget, they had D'Angelo Russell and had to offload Timofey Mozgov's contract to get rid of him in order to sort of set up the LeBron AD roster. So, and they won the title, so it was worth it. But I'm a big Brandon Ingram fan. I like Julius Randle. D'Angelo Russell was kind of always my number one guy. I actually really like Lonzo Ball. I'm a big fan of all those guys, but Julius Randle's thing is how hard he plays. That's like what he's known for. So for him to be like, oh yeah, they wanted it more, it's like, all right, well, pack this shit in. It's over, because that's all she wrote. But Jimmy Butler is when the brightest lights come on, he gets better.
I mean, we talked about it last episode, but the fact where he went in terms of draft and what he's been able to do with his career is amazing. Yeah. And obviously Eric Spoelstra is a huge reason why that team is playing very well.
Mm-hmm. It started in their video room.
Yeah, he has a proven track record, and that's the kind of ascension that I think both you and I and Aaron like really admire. Somebody who's
absolutely
proven to excel in whatever role they give him, like
just by being undeniable.
Yeah, you tell me I'm just going to watch video all day. I'm going to watch the fuck out of that video, and I will tell you exactly what every team's tendencies are going to be and how we can exploit that. I think the Heat are going to win. At this point, I think the Knicks are broken.
Yes.
But beating what is likely to be a great series finish between Philadelphia and the Celtics, I still favor either of those teams right now against the Heat. Even though I just said all of these amazing things about how they're playing, Joel Embiid is amazing. He's amazing at basketball, and he's playing very well. James Harden is having an resurgence and his ability to shoot the three ball, and he's not a complete liability on defense, which is different, right? He's actually being very active with his hands on defense, which has bitten him, but he's still being far better than he has been on average. I would favor Philadelphia to make it to the finals at this point in time.
Interesting. Okay. So, did you watch the end of the game on Sunday between Philly and Boston?
The one where Harden hit the three?
Yeah.
Yes.
So when Harden got the ball, I was watching by myself. I out loud said that shot's going in because it just was. It was very, very clear. He does not miss wide open corner threes, like probably ever in his career. Today, 17 points, 10 assists, 8 rebounds. He only took 2 threes. He made one of them. He was 4 for 8 from the field. He played 39 minutes. He had 2 steals, only 2 turnovers. He was plus 10. Embiid, 33, 7, and 3. He had 4 blocks. That's pretty good. I cannot comment on the Celtics with any semblance of like level-headedness. I hate them so much. I love that they are committing to the Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown thing. I love that all their fans think that Jaylen Brown is like a top 10 player in the league. I love how much Marcus Smart shoots. There's so many things I love about them. I love that their coach was banging a woman who worked in the front office, or sorry, the wife of a guy who worked in the front office.
That guy just got hired by another team to be their head coach,
and then got hired by Houston, right?
Yeah, that's right.
So I'm all for it.
Their head coach currently is 34 years old.
Yep. Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah, Joe Mazzulla.
Yeah. I cannot stand the fact that like Doris Roberts, if you listen to her on the commentary, she refers to him as Joe, as if it's like, shut the fuck up. I just, the Celtics get credit for it's like this with all Boston and New York teams. They get so much more credit for everything they do. I can't, I literally, whatever. So I was glad to see Philly win today. I still think that's going to be very tough for them to close out that very well, and likely will go 7. I'm with you. I think either of those teams beats Miami, but it's going to be tough. And then, man, if Denver can hold on and the Lakers can close this thing out, I kind of like the Lakers. And right now, the Lakers actually, as of today, are favored by Caesars to get to the finals.
Well,
out of the West,
you can't deny the way that they're playing currently. And if you continue to get the type of production that you're getting from the bench, specifically, I mean, we already talked about Lonnie Walker the fourth, right? We have to say that full name.
Mm-hmm.
if that's a forecast of how he's going to perform the rest of the playoffs, and giving him meaningful minutes, specifically in the fourth quarter, and he's able to produce that type of numbers, what does that do? It just expands your rotation. You can take away some heavy minutes from other players to allow them to be more explosive in the minutes that they're giving. There's a chemistry factor that you have to take into account. But I'm not trying to say that that's going to be a cataclysmic type of situation. I honestly think the more that they can utilize their bench and get productive minutes and be able to rest LeBron for some additional minutes so he can be, his self, or more of his dominant self when he needs to be in those moments, and rely on their ability to shoot. What I have noticed, if you just look at the statistics, they blew out the Suns by 30. In that game, they shot 40% from 3-point.
The Suns?
No, the Lakers.
Who blew out the Lakers?
No, when the Lakers blew out
Golden State?
Golden State by 30.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
They shot
game 3.
They shot 40% from 3.
Yeah, if the Lakers are making 40% of their threes, no one's beating them.
Exactly. So what I've noticed in the games that have been very close is that they're not shooting nearly as well from deep, and they have to basically, what all teams have to do, but just you're making an adjustment within the game, and it just makes it far more competitive than it needs to be. So if things are going right, or things are going as they intend, it's not even close. So the point I'm trying to make is, even when things are not going according to plan, they're able to adjust and win these close games. And then when they shoot well, it's a 30-point blowout.
Mm-hmm.
So, the talk going into the series was, oh, this is the team the Lakers don't want to play because their ability to play fast, shoot the 3 ball, and be able to play big and small. It worked for them in game 2. They made an adjustment. The Lakers didn't adjust in time within the game. And then after that, it was like, all right, we know what we need to do, right? They expanded their bench. They put in different players, and they won both of those games afterwards.
Well, and we talked about it at the start of game 1 last week. Early on, they were kind of trying to play at Golden State's pace. And I was saying they cannot do this. They've got to play their pace. And the times where they have not done that is when Golden State has had their most success. Even the stretch of the game Golden State was leading yesterday, they play really well in chaos. They do a good job of kind of tipping around offensive rebounds, and someone ends up with it. And then Steph and Clay and even Wiggins, they're always running to the 3-point line and just putting their hands up ready for the ball, whether it comes or not. And so they do their thing so well, but the Lakers have managed to take it away. And I don't want to take anything from Steph Curry, but the Lakers have 2 guys you can go to and have a pretty good shot of at least getting to the foul line. Obviously, Curry is that too. I just feel like because LeBron and AD get to the rim so much or so effectively, and they're just physically bigger, they have an advantage.
They do.
And obviously they're up 3-1 in the series, so the matchups have been, but they also beat them 3 out of 4 times in the regular season. Didn't even have LeBron in all those games. Also, LeBron has been getting a lot of credit for the sort of cerebral way he's been playing, and I gotta say he is in complete control of everything that's happening on the court. How he exerts his energy, all of that stuff is really very impressive.
Yeah, we mentioned it on the last one, right? In my initial reluctance to like admit in the brilliance of how he plays basketball. But really, he's 38. He sees the court. He knows when to exert himself. He still can make amazing chase down blocks like he did last night. He is, I mean, he didn't particularly shoot the ball exceptionally well last game, but I think he also acknowledged that. And that's why you have other players that were shooting hot. He made sure that he found them in open spots to knock down those shots. It's just, it's a level of awareness, right? If we're going to tie that into like an MMA fighter, like an awareness of what your opponent is trying to take away from you. And then it may not be your absolute strength, but your ability to be well-rounded and exploit whatever is being given to you. Like he does that very well, exceptionally well.
I also think
better than anybody.
Definitely better than anybody. There were times, Aaron, I'm going to make a comparison that involves both of us. You ready?
I'm ready.
In our previous line of work, there were days where Aaron and I would look at the schedule and be like, all right, we've got to do 99% of the lifting today. And there were other days where we'd be like, all right, we can maybe take a step back because, and that's every line of work. That's every profession. LeBron is just so effective at saying, okay, game 3, D'Angelo Russell has 11 straight points. I don't need to shoot because he'll do it, and then I'll start getting buckets when we need them. And LeBron is just so good at everything on a basketball court, including that.
Yeah,
it's like John Jones. Honestly, it's to bring it to an MMA thing. It's like John Jones, but LeBron doesn't do coke. It's John Jones is like, all right, what's Cyril Gahn gonna try to do? Okay, he can't grapple. He's going down. Who was the guy? Gustafson?
Alex Gustafson.
Alexander Gustafson. He's gonna want this striking thing, or Anthony Smith. I'll play that game with him and I'll beat him at that. It's kind of like that. Gotcha. Ryan, who's gonna win the Stanley Cup? Say it.
Seattle.
I want to hear it.
I'm not gonna say the Golden Knights. I'm not gonna say it.
I want to hear it.
I'm not gonna say it.
Say it right now.
I already told you I'm rooting for the Panthers, then that's it.
I didn't say who are you rooting for. I said who's gonna win.
Oh, the Knights look so fucking good.
Yep.
The Kings were arguably the best team in the West during the regular season, and then
okay, this is me making the Westbrook Lakers argument that they can win the title.
So here's the thing, right? The regular season doesn't mean shit. You just have to play well enough to get into the playoffs.
True.
And to that point, both times Kings won the Stanley Cup, the only 2 times in their franchise history. Do you know what position they were going into the playoffs? That's right.
They were like 8th or whatever, right?
They were the 8th seed both times. They barely got into the playoffs. But what happened was it's all about how you're playing going into the playoffs. And they were on a hot streak and they were playing well.
It's like baseball in that sense.
Yeah, it's very much that way, right? Baseball, hockey, both. I wouldn't say it's like the biggest trope within those sports, but superstition is huge amongst baseball and hockey.
Yes, right? More so than the other two, for sure.
That's
Mhm.
hockey. Hockey, you grow a beard. You do not shave during the playoffs because that's bad luck. Baseball, you do everything the same way to make sure that you don't inadvertently cause yourself to have a bad at bat because you're not repeating your process, right? And they they sucked. I said it last week. They sucked going into the playoffs, and they played a team that has their number and has had their number for 2 years in the playoffs. And what Las Vegas is doing to Edmonton and just ripping them apart just makes it look like the Kings are quasi minor league in comparison, right? This is a team that they struggled to play against, and that last night Vegas beats them 5-1, like it's nothing. Like it's absolutely nothing. Let's go, Panthers. Let's go.
Hey, there it is. So, okay, let's pivot to MMA then.
Yeah, there was a lot of MMA this weekend.
We have, I guess, an apology to give, kind of. But
We do?
I'll yeah. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
Okay, I'll cue it up when we get there. For was it 288? Yeah, 288.
Yeah.
Or in the words of House of the Dragon, the pay-per-view card that never was, or whatever.
The king that never was.
Yeah. I think this whole card, like the main card, was kind of a letdown. But I mean, look at split, unanimous. I mean, Jan was awesome with her TKO of Andrade
Jan was
2 minutes
awesome.
in. It would be so cool to see her fight Wei Li for the belt in China.
I think they're
Like,
gonna do that.
I think they're gonna do it too. Which would be really cool. And then you had Kron Gracie just fucking crawling around on the floor. Did you see the stat on that fight where it was a fight that had 7 minutes of ground control time where there were 0 takedowns and 0 knockdowns?
Yeah.
Yeah, like Luke Thomas eviscerated Kron Gracie
Yeah.
about like if you're butt scooting, I think this is what they
Which
call
is
it,
what he was doing.
Mm-hmm.
in a main event. Like, what the fuck are you doing?
Yeah. And then like Mosvar, I mean, looked good, but almost got submitted 4 times. And I can't believe he didn't tap twice. But yeah, the main card like was kind of boring. Like Belal just pieced apart Burns, and that's not quite as exciting a hype train as Burns, unfortunately. So it's like fuck. Like now Belal, who's awesome. But do we?
Belal is the
he'll get
welterweight
the
Beneil
shot.
Dariush.
Yeah,
Yeah,
he'll get the shot. He'll
he
get the next
will.
title shot.
Yeah, which
After Colby?
probably.
Yeah,
So-
I think
so can he
whoever
beat
wins
Colby?
that fight, yes.
What do you
he
mean
can.
whoever wins? Don't say whoever wins that
I think
fight.
he could beat Colby.
Stop it.
You think Leon Edwards is going to beat Colby?
I think there's a chance, yeah.
This is so fun. I love this. I love this so much.
Yeah, I think Colby's a nightmare for Leon.
Yeah.
I don't think he's as big of a nightmare for Beneil or
Belal is a monster. It's crazy to me to think that Leon Edwards is really going to beat Colby. He could.
Did
but
you hear
he-
what Belal said at the press conference?
No.
Oh my gosh!
You guys
Yeah.
quote that what he said? He
Ugh.
said, "You give me 8 weeks, I can beat John Jones. You give me 3 weeks to prepare, I can beat any welterweight in the world."
We're sorry.
He
Your
said
call
this.
cannot be completed as dialed.
Yeah, no.
So he
Yeah.
definitely can't beat John Jones.
No, he's just you said it so perfectly. He's the welterweight Beneil Dariush. Like he's really fucking good, and he's really
Yeah.
great, and he's got this amazing streak.
Then he's boring.
But he's boring. Like, that's what it comes down to.
Is
I'm
he
not
boring?
interested-
Yeah,
Is he
on the
boring?
microphone, and I mean, I
Yeah.
guess his performance against Sean Brady was fun.
That was
Um,
fun. That was a good fight.
yeah.
This guy he's already fought
He's
Leon Edwards.
It
Yeah,
was the
eye
eye
poke.
poke. Remember the eye poke?
Who got eye poke? Bilal did.
Belal
Belal
got eye
did.
poked. He
Yeah,
couldn't
okay.
continue, and he was like, really emotionally distraught about it.
I remember it.
Yeah.
That's right. So since then, Damian Maia, Stephen Thompson, Vicente Luque, Sean Brady, and Gilbert Burns, none of them particularly close.
Vicente Luque was a fight that he got back from an earlier loss in his career, and because he got knocked out by Vicente early in his UFC career.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, he deserves it, just like Beneil. I just don't care. And I don't think he'll be defending it a lot. Like, I think that's one of the shout outs that Aljamain deserves for his performance. And it's hard to earn a shout out from the Pretty Neat podcast. He is now tied for the most defenses in bantamweight. Or sorry,
Who are you talking about?
Aljamain. He's he's one away from tying TJ for the most title defenses. He has the most bantamweight wins.
Mm-hmm.
He has the longest streak in bantamweight history.
Yep.
He delivered the most significant strikes, the most takedowns, and had the highest strike differential and most control time over Henry Cejudo of anyone else.
Aljamain's a fucking hell of a fighter.
Like,
man.
he's a beast, and like Ryan picked him to win exactly how he won, like pretty much. And I picked Cejudo because I thought he'd be able to escape more quickly and put more down. He just didn't have it.
He didn't have it.
I think everything we talked about, like, he's been coaching, his mind is elsewhere. It was not.
It sounds like he wants to fight again, but it's going to have to be a big ass fight, right? It's going to have to be.
Yeah.
The idea of him fighting Merab is like laughable to me.
It's laughable. It's so fucking funny.
I guess it'd be fun to see him fight Marlon Vera, maybe.
See, now that would be fun at bantamweight.
Or Dominic Cruz. Dominic Cruz was on a different.
But he already fought Dominic Cruz.
He beat Dominic Cruz, yeah.
I know.
Yeah.
Dominic Cruz was on a different companion show, just really laying into Henry Cejudo.
Yeah, of course, because he's upset with him. And he's also upset with no nonsense Keith Peterson about stopping the fight early.
And for the record, I like Dominic Cruz, but in the association of guys named Dominic, we don't like the guys who put the K on there.
Okay, we're a non-K Dominic crew.
Yep.
In the association of which I'm a member, we don't like the K's. You're still part of the association, but you don't get to go to the like VIP lounge area.
Yeah.
No.
You get general admission. You're not VIP.
I would say you get a discount on general admission.
That's pretty.
Just so that they know there's still value in it. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No, I totally get it. Are you kidding me? I totally get that.
It's like guys named Ryan that spell it RIAN. It's like, who the fuck are you?
About to say the exact same fucking
Who are you?
thing.
Who are you trying to fool, buddy? I'm not interested in this.
We already know it's an Irish name. You don't have to go full Irish.
And we know who we're talking about in this instance. And I'd imagine we're both fans of that individual, but still.
Yeah, Mr. Johnson.
Yeah.
Come on down. I would love to talk about The Last Jedi with you.
Come on the Pretty Neat podcast. Underrated movie, I think.
I think it's the best movie in that trilogy.
It's not, but okay.
What?
Oh, hey, speaking of, how was Star Wars night?
No. That's Thursday.
Oh,
We're going to it on Thursday.
Yeah.
Oh,
That's
Yeah,
Disney,
they do
right?
it multiple
Yeah.
times because they sell a shitload of tickets.
for sure. I just assume you had been last week. I'm not really sure why.
Because it was May the 4th, and that would have been the most appropriate day to do Star Wars night at Disneyland, but it was sold out when we bought tickets.
Yeah, for sure. I'm going tomorrow. Looking forward to it.
Hell yeah.
Maybe.
You're pulling the double. Are you pulling the double header tomorrow?
A week? No. We had considered it and ended up not getting tickets to the Angel game.
Okay.
That's fun.
When we went to SeaWorld a couple weeks ago, I took my wife over to the Killer Whales and I said, "Hey, babe, look, something roughly your size."
What?
Yeah, get it because of pregnant. And
yeah. I'm sure
she didn't think it was funny, and so we're just gonna do a nice kind of
really appreciate that
kind of leisurely day at Disneyland.
She's like, you know what? You're so kind to me.
Hey, you see the big whale that eats Pinocchio over there, honey?
Right. I told her at least her dorsal fin's not all like tilted over.
Damn.
I know. I'm here all week.
That's a championship move right there. And speaking of championship move, Demetrius Johnson also defended his belt in one on Prime this past week too, and that was awesome, definitive. It was a unanimous decision. But yeah, took the 2 out of the 3 on the trilogy, and Demetrius Johnson still might be the GOAT.
He thinks he might be
MMA.
done, right? He came into that fight saying he might be done.
He might rap. I mean, he makes a ton of fucking money on Twitch. Like, I don't think he needs to do anything else except play video games and train for fun. And I hope he does, because he's another one of those dudes like Stipe. Except, of course, he doesn't get hit in the head as much or as hard. But I want Demetrius Johnson to retire as early as possible so that he's got all of his faculties for all time.
What is he?
I want
what
that as
game
well.
does he play? Do you know?
I don't. I think he plays a couple things. I know he plays at least Call of Duty. I want to look. Mighty Mouse Twitch. What is he?
Mighty Gaming.
Yeah, Mighty Gaming on Twitch for everyone who wants to support.
Oh, he plays New World.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Oh, he played Lost Ark. 2 years. Oh, that's 2 years ago. New World. That's all.
Yeah,
2
are we
years
sure
ago.
he still does Twitch?
Oh, I'm sure he does.
Have you been craving a backyard burger?
Why are we listening to Third Eye Blind?
Yeah, I was gonna say, what the fuck is? Oh, it's an ad. No free shout outs.
Returning.
Although I will shout out Third Eye Blind any day of the week.
Oh, weird.
So interesting, like weird fun fact about me, right? I was obsessed with a girl coming out of high school. Her name was
Hot.
and she dated me for a period of time, kicked me to the curb because I'm a really shy individual, and then started dating a guy in another band, and they got signed to the label that was co-run, I guess, co-founded by the lead singer of Third Eye Blind, and that happened to be the band that they based their music off of, even though it didn't really sound like Third Eye Blind at all.
God,
And that was their claim to fame, is that they put out a couple of albums that were produced on that guy's label.
You got Steven Jenkins?
Yeah, that guy.
He's from Indio.
Yeah, that band, by the way, sucked, and so did that guy.
Third Eye Blind, or the band?
The guy,
band that we're talking about?
The band for which he was in.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That nice guy.
They were a fun couple. I loved.
She's got problems.
Yeah, she does.
Like what?
They're
let's
big
hear
enough.
'em.
They're big enough not to discuss on the show.
Yeah.
Oh, really?
Don't want to like call anybody out or expose anybody, but she's got some issues to work through.
Yeah, there's also a lot of health things that could have been dealt with a lot differently that would have changed the results that she has today.
Yeah.
But that's a fun recap.
Yeah, like, hey, that's fun to stroll down that memory lane.
You went all the way back to
went all the way back. That's 2 girlfriends before I married my wife. How about that?
Yeah. Let's make some picks. Well, wait, hold on. To that relationship.
And now it's time for the Pretty Neat Podcast picks.
That's right.
Fellas, this weekend there's a UFC fight night that is taking place midday. It actually starts 2 p.m. Central for me. That's noon for you guys. Wow.
Nooners. It's a nooner.
Nooner. Is that
Love a nooner.
And that's the main event, it looks like. Oh, geez, look at that. 8:30 a.m. prelims for you guys on Saturday.
That's pretty cool. Here's the thing. That first Third Eye Blind album had like 4 real bangers on it.
Dude, no, like we're not giving the first album of Third Eye Blind enough justice. The entire album was a banger.
Yeah.
Didn't they do
Like
Kryptonite?
No.
Hey, that's my joke. Fuck you. I loved them in Story of a Girl or whatever.
That's a deep cut.
Deep cut.
That album, that song, How's It Gonna Be, is a fucking banger. And I'm sorry, Graduate? The fuck out of here, dude.
Wait, me get the fuck out of here like it's amazing or what?
Yeah.
Yes, of course.
Semi-Charmed Life?
I just told you the entire album was a goddamn banger,
know.
and it should be on every 90s alternative playlist in existence.
I think it is.
I don't think the entire album is, but I definitely think that semi charmed kind of life is definitely on all of those lists.
That's incredible. I can't believe this has gone down a Third Eye Blind track. It's just like,
I mean, what?
That's what happens on
How
this
could
show.
you not expect
Something.
it to go Third Eye Blind? I mean, this is what we do.
That's true.
If you guys think I'm not gonna be playing that album on my way to work in 2 days, you are wrong. I am.
I'm starting to feel like the title of this episode needs to be like Third Leg Material and Third Eye Blind.
I'm for something like that.
Yeah. Well, we'll figure that out. But speaking of bangers, like that album by Third Eye Blind, this fight night is loaded. Like this fight night's better than UFC 288. Not necessarily the main.
So it's a good fight
I'll give
night,
you that.
and they're airing it on AB. The main card is airing on ABC, so that's why the main card is the way that it is.
I like that too. Can we talk quickly about the Sean O'Malley thing here? We kind of skipped that.
We did, yeah. The Sean O'Malley at 288 coming in and doing a face-off that Dana White immediately regretted. And Merab Dvalishvili, he looks fucking awesome in that red jacket.
I mean, can we say that that's definitely a Michael Jackson leather jacket, right?
Yes.
It must
it's a Michael
be,
Jackson
right?
jacket. It has to be.
I didn't like the whole WWE face-off.
Well, they just got bought out by them, so of course there's going to be some crossover, right?
That's honestly a little bit my concern too. It was very clear that O'Malley was going to be in the cage as soon as Aljamain was announced as the winner, which, by the way, split decision is a real tough look for the judges. That's a tough look for the judges.
Terrible.
How
dare you?
But that aside, I do think that there is something to be said for the fact that they knew the O'Malley thing was coming. I'm going to say something that neither of you are going to like. Are you ready?
Ready.
Oh, boy.
Sean O'Malley beats both Merab Dvalishvili and Aljamain Sterling.
You're fucking high.
Not in the same fight, not 2-on-1.
But
there's no way that Sean O'Malley beats Merab.
You guys, I don't make the rules. I don't make the rules.
Same.
Didn't you tell us that Potieria was just going to run through Sean O'Malley?
Did I say that? I may have.
You know what?
Merab Dvalishvili is just slightly more talented than Potieria.
I will say that. If we go back and check the records, which I fully encourage everyone to do, I'll admit that Sean was way more competitive in that fight than I initially thought.
Don't feel bad. Nobody has been more wrong than me, so it's not. It's all good.
There was somebody who rocked
Sean beats
Merab
both of them
super bad. It was not Jose. Oh, it was Jose. Jose rocked Merab super hard in the beginning of their fight.
Did he rock them as hard as Third Eye Blind rocks the stage?
Nobody rocks that hard.
You get the deep cut for that.
That's a callback.
That's great. That's like a callback to a deep cut is like
it's
professional.
It's 2 levels above.
It is. You just need the 3-layer. Like if you get to the 3-layer,
it's like calling giraffes gay camels.
Hey, look at this.
I like the Gryffindor shirt.
What are we seeing? I see Grogu over there.
What? Oh, he's got the sipper. It's
Oh.
the sipper.
The Grogu
You
sipper.
like that? You like
I
that Grogu sipper?
I do.
Did you get it on eBay?
No.
I
Oh,
guess
shit.
they're just readily available, right?
That's awesome.
So my wife went the day that they got released, and they just still had them. So
Nice.
Yeah, I heard they're kind of everywhere. I want the Cal Kestis lightsaber.
the Cal Kestis lightsaber, I have seen a coworker of mine who lives in San Francisco came down on a vacation and bought the Cal Kestis lightsaber, which is pretty cool, I will admit. I actually just recently mounted, if you can see it, the dark saber. You see the dark saber mounted above my...
Shit.
So how does talk me through this? How does the lightsaber thing actually work
What do you mean?
at Disneyland? Talk me through the whole thing. Sell me on this.
I mean, you have to be more specific. I'm what do you mean?
First of all, I love that you're not willing to just answer the question.
Sell
So
me on
you-
the lightsaber thing.
So you go to
build a lightsaber, or do you want to just buy a prefabricated
No,
lightsaber?
I want to go and put one together. Do I get to choose Darksaber or do they just give me one?
No. Dark saber is not an option when you go to build a lightsaber.
God damn it. How do I get the Darksaber?
You have to go and buy it from Oga's. It's not Oga's, but it's
Doc
the
Andar's.
Doc Andar's Oddities shop.
So and they have it for sale there.
They do.
Okay.
I had to bring up this was at South by Southwest. Did you see the new lightsabers?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
are like fucking real.
Honestly, the current ones look pretty fucking great. That one looks very cool. Okay, so then when you
completely
build
retracts.
one, what happens?
It's like it's an entire immersive experience. So you
Okay.
have people that are smiths, and you have one person that is like essentially conducting the whole thing, and they're telling a story while you're putting the components together. So when you decide that you're going to build a lightsaber, one, you have to make an appointment.
Yeah.
Two, at the start of it, they ask you, what style of lightsaber do you want to put together? So there's 4 different aesthetics, which have myriad components, whether it's the hilt, other
Mhm.
component pieces, the emitter, the hilt, pommel, etc. So you're just like, I like this aesthetic. I'm going to choose this. So they give you a pin that you put on that dictates, oh, this guy is going to get this type of lightsaber
Okay.
build kit. And then you put it together, and again, it's immersive. So a lot of it's just really about the pieces coming together, and there's a lot of sounds that are associated with it. And then you pick your colored kyber crystal, which you get to pick whatever color you want,
Okay.
not black, not yellow,
Why not?
because they're not
Fucking
available.
racist.
Purple?
Yes.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
That Mace Windu.
Ashley built her first lightsaber was a purple lightsaber,
Okay.
and then you
Girls
put it
can't be
together.
Jedis, but go on. That's fine.
Like
Not even remotely canonically true, but I'm gonna say it.
You put it all together, and then there's things that occur, right? And there's some speeches that are made by some pretty famous characters within the genre, and the lights dim, and I'm being fully candid here. Like, the first time I made a lightsaber, it was really emotional for me.
I get it.
It just, I mean, it also happened to be like around my birthday, and just the type of experience and
Yeah.
just the music that plays within it. I mean, Disney does you right. You do pay a price for it, a premium price, but Disney does you right. And then at the end, after your lightsaber is constructed, all of the other people that have built a lightsaber are all holding their lightsaber in the air, and they ignite them all at once. And they I mean, you just have all the simultaneous noise of everybody igniting their lightsaber, and you're just looking around, and marveling at what you got, and then as they usher you out, you get a carrying case for it. It's not a case, but it's a carrying bag for it.
Yeah, I've seen it. Yeah.
And that's it.
Okay.
And on Thursday, we experienced this last year, but there's a lightsaber meetup in Galaxy's Edge.
Yeah, I saw the video. There's like a little show with it, right?
It's a show, and then it's like literally everybody that brings a lightsaber, which are hundreds and hundreds of people, all put their lightsabers up in the air and light them. And I have some like snapshots from last year, and I was like, I am 100% bringing a lightsaber this year.
Nice.
Okay. So talk me through the dark saber. How much is this going to set me back?
I think it was 140.
Oh, that's way less than I was thinking.
I think it was 140, if I'm not mistaken.
And does it light up and make the noise?
Of course it does.
What kind of batteries does it take?
Double A's.
Okay, I thought you were going to tell me it charges over USB-C, and then I was just going to really lose it.
Double
Okay.
A batteries.
Can I carry it around at work?
Does your work have any regulations around fake weapons?
Around the weapon that will allow me to rule the Mandalore?
Yeah, no, like I am the rightful ruler of Mandalore, as you guys can see. If you'd like to challenge me, you can fight me in one-on-one combat for it.
So there is a replica of Mjolnir that I have seen at California Adventure, but I have never seen it in a store. I have just seen people carrying it around. Do you know what I'm talking about?
I do. I've almost bought it on 2 occasions.
Where do I get it?
So in California Adventure, have you been to the large Adventures outpost store?
Hey Ryan. Yeah, I have.
Okay.
And
so
also it's not there anymore. They're moving it.
Well, it should still be there currently.
It is not there. They closed it.
What?
They are moving it to Avengers Campus.
Okay. So that's where it was and where you could buy it previously. I don't know where you could buy it now.
Okay. Because that I could carry around at work for sure. And then I would technically be the ruler of Asgard, I suppose. So for the way Star Wars is
the ruler of Asgard, just makes you worthy. Dumb.
Hey, I would rule Asgard. I think we all know that. I am in a similar vein, a Marvel guy, the way you are a Star Wars guy. This is even before the MCU. I'm talking the X-Men cartoon from the 90s and comic books before then. And I'm reading through World War Hulk right now. Like,
I'm not sure why you don't think that I'm also that as well.
I just feel like between the two, you lean more Star Wars, which is fine. Do you not? Or are you?
Yeah, if I had to choose between the two, I would choose Star Wars.
Okay, so that's really what I mean.
Okay.
Because between the two, I would choose Marvel. I wish that they had like a go in and build your own, like a Doctor Strange. What is his cape called? What's the title for it?
They're like relics or something.
It's his.
It is a relic.
But it's like his. What does she call it? God damn it. Doctor Strange cloak. What is it called though? It's his. She's like, your signet or whatever will present itself to you.
The cloak of levitation.
No, I know, but that's not.
I think it is signet. I think you hit the word.
Is it signet?
No, signet is from the Mandalorian.
Well, signet is like a word.
Signet is a word, yes.
There's actually 2 cloaks of levitation.
You guys decide.
I think relic is the word.
They're relics. Also,
relics choose their owners. That's the is it Tilda Swinton? What's her name? The actress.
Yes,
yeah. She's like explaining it to him.
The Eye of Agamotto also was a relic.
Yes.
Excuse me. I belch as Ryan runs to the restrooms.
The N in Pretty Neat Podcast should be the Pretty Nerd Podcast.
The Pretty Nerd Podcast.
Something like that.
We're not that nerdy.
Mm.
I guess we are in this case. Yeah. I was scoping plane tickets. There's a 1 week round trip from here to San Diego, the first week of August for $70 right now.
Oh, that's not bad.
Yeah. And if the good doctor is moving, I think after that, I would love to definitely see if I can help him out or go out to the local spots that we remember. But yeah, I just miss you guys.
You should make your way out here for sure.
Yeah. Yeah, boy. That when you went, I'm probably gonna edit this out, but when you went back to like when we would see the schedule and be like, "Yep, this is the good team."
Oh yeah, it for sure. And was it always Wednesdays? There was always one day that sucked.
Oh, it was like Wednesday and Sunday, but you
Yeah,
never worked on Sunday.
No, I don't think it was Sundays or Thursdays. There was one day that was always so shitty. I just can't remember.
I think it was Wednesdays. I think it was Wednesdays were super, super bad. And but Marla and I, like Sunday was our day, if you will, because it was always on fire. And it was always her all day and me all day. And then like one other manager would come in at some point.
Yep.
It's so silly.
Jessica Rose Clark list.
Yes.
Jessica Rose Clark.
I'm gonna tell you
Well,
right
she's
now.
from New Zealand or Australia, so I'm not super into. Well, no.
She's on my list.
Is she?
Yep.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. Same.
List
of
Brian Battle list or no?
Say what?
Brian Battle list?
No. Brian Battle?
Okay.
No. Sorry, Brian.
But hey, though, like Jessica Rose Clark and Brian Battle, first two fights, and they both bring it. Like that's two great fights. Like right off the bat. Jessica Rose Clark reminds me of that one girl who Nunes beat the shit out of, who was also Australian.
That's all of them.
Megan Anderson.
Megan Anderson, yeah.
Yeah.
Except Megan Anderson is 6'3", and that is so hot.
Is it? You like a tall girl?
It is pretty.
You don't?
It is pretty hot.
Oh wow, okay.
She's a commentator now for PFL
I never really thought about it, to be
Is
honest
she
with you.
for PFL?
or BKFC.
Something. She's something.
She's
Yeah.
something, all right.
I just saw her commentating for some PFL. Yeah. She's commentating for PFL. I didn't realize she was 6'3". Oh, geez,
I think Megan Anderson's on the list, and now that we're talking about this, I'm pretty sure we've discussed it before.
Oh yeah, we have. Yeah, Megan Anderson is a fighter.
She could punch me anytime.
Dude, she has a lower abdomen tattoo.
I know someone with that.
Hey.
There's a oh wow, best feed in MMA.
That's
Wow.
Buckle
another
up,
episode.
gentlemen. Here we go.
We're getting specific here.
Easily Paige Van Zant. The first post is Paige Van Zant is the fucking list as far as I'm
I
concerned.
mean, she's the queen of the list.
Aspen
she's
Lab.
not-
Is Aspen Lad on the list? Aspen
No.
Ladd. Yeah,
Nope.
guys.
No.
Paige isn't on my list. She's not my type.
That's absurd. Andrea
Not on
Lee
mine.
is on the list.
Not on my list either.
Andrea KGB Lee.
Well, there's a picture of Andrea Lee wearing only the championship belt, and I'm a fan.
Yeah, but she's never won a championship belt.
Kat Zingano, I believe, is on the list.
No.
No? Oh, yeah, this is Megan Anderson. So is that. Oh,
Sorry.
Felice Herrig.
The list is just Gina Carano, and she
Elise
doesn't fight
Herrig is on
anymore.
the list.
Elise
Gina
Herrig is
Carano-
on the list.
Yeah, Felice is on the list.
Elise Herrig is some interesting stuff with aerial yoga.
Yeah, she's also not fighting anymore. She's retired.
Aerial yoga.
Yeah, there's a look at. Let me screen share, damn it.
There you go, bud. I want to
Thanks.
see. I'm so stoked. We're
I'm
getting.
sorry. Megan Anderson's on the list.
Yeah.
We didn't disagree with that.
Can you see what I'm showing you?
Yep.
Okay. Felice Herrig.
On the list.
Yeah,
On the
that's what I
list.
thought aerial yoga was.
Right. Kat Zingano, I think on the list.
Negative.
Well,
What?
These are also older. Okay, that one's pretty good. I don't know who
That's
that is.
Andrea Lee.
Yeah,
No.
that is Andrea KGB Lee. I
No,
think
mine
she's
is-
dating, engaged, potentially married to like a known white supremacist. That's not good.
Really?
Yeah,
That's a tough look.
that's a tough look.
Aspen Ladd.
No,
Negative.
I'm not really a feet guy.
no, I'm not thinking.
And then, of course, the queen herself. I love how this screenshot, the phone has 19% battery.
This is worth it.
Been on this whole time.
Yeah. So if you, well, anyway, best MMA feet is, of course, that's a webpage that exists.
Yeah. No, Gina Carano's the top of that list.
Are you being serious about that? Or are you joking?
When she was fighting? Yeah.
Yeah.
When Gina
Okay.
Carano.
No, I'm not.
was-
I'm not judging you. I'm just asking.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Carano like fully new style gladiators or like her in Strike
Yep.
Force. Yeah.
Yep. When she faced off to fight Cyborg. Yep. That's the one.
Yeah, I'm into it.
Yep. I mean, she should have been Wonder Woman. Let's be honest here.
I mean,
How
if she was
dare
a
you.
better actress, yes.
We all have to pretend that Gal Gadot's a good actress. Did you not get the memo or what?
Apparently I didn't.
Dang. She's so hot. Oh yeah, look at that. She is definitely nude in this photo.
Hell yeah.
It was blurred out.
Let me get a full screen.
OnlyFans.
Does
No
she
free
have an
shout-out.
OnlyFans?
No, she does
I
not.
doubt
Come
it.
on.
How am I
Come
Come on.
supposed to know?
She's too well known, too big of a
She
public
probably
figure.
is, yeah. Eventually the fans of the show will realize that the list is actually just our Pinterest. And it's links to all their OnlyFans.
I still can't believe some of the one OnlyFans that we talked about. Whose
Yeah.
name I now can't remember, but
I think it was Jessica Andrade.
yes, it was. Thank you.
But let's look at these cards. There's also a women's flyweight bout, Ji Young Kim, Mandy Baum. Neither of them.
Hey,
are on the list.
Ji-Young Kim is a good fighter.
Yeah, she is. She's scary. She's really fast, if I remember correctly. Super
Her last fight was a loss, so she can't be that good. Ryan, Jesus.
9'6". She is the favorite. Natan Levy is coming back against Pete Rodriguez.
For some reason, I thought Natan Levy had gone to the PFL, but I think Natan Levy's good.
he is bodied the fuck up. Speaking
Yeah.
of the list, my God.
Yeah, I mean this is the Cub Jew, I would say. So it's because he's so much smaller and Israeli.
because
Lethal Natan Levy.
Yeah, yeah. No relation to Eugene Levy of American Pie and
The
Best in
Marvelous Miss
Show.
Maisel.
both Jewish, but not related.
Yeah, different levies. Cody Stamen, come on, and Douglas Silva de Andrade is a aggression fest for the ages.
The stamen is a part of a flower.
It is. It's for fucking. Then you have the heavyweight bout. for flower fucking. This is why I can't do your job, Dom. I can't be around kids.
The thing is, though, I see what you mean. Yeah.
Some kid would be like, Mr. Aaron, the stamen is part of the flower. And I'd be like, yes, it's for fucking. Can't do it. You have the
Honestly, kids
patience.
today, it would not phase them.
You have the patience of a saint's therapist, my friend.
I really don't. I've made many a kid cry.
That we have discussed on this show before. Carl Williams and Chase
Not
Sherman.
many a kid, but more than 3.
Yeah, I think you actually said that
I'm
previously.
pretty
as
sure.
well.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure
More
you
than 3. So, like, I'm
Um,
pretty sure you said the exact same thing. It's more than 3, less than 10.
We need updates.
Well, yep, that is the number.
Well, you can't say less than 10 if we're saying at a time.
Definitely not out of time.
Yeah. The rebooked Carl Williams Chase Sherman fight is coming back. That's a good one. Very much so. I'm a little surprised actually that Carl Williams is this big of a favorite, but I guess he is 8-1, and Chase Sherman has some fucking miles. So good luck, Chase.
Yeah, I don't know. Chase Sherman, like he gets knocked out a lot, so that's my thought on the how that fight's gonna end.
Yep, I'm right there with you. Carl Williams knockout, I'd say even under 2.5.
So I also feel like he gets knocked out a lot, but he lost to Waldo Cortez Acosta by decision. He knocked out Jared Vanderaa, got subbed twice and lost 2 decisions, and then had a 4-fight knockout win streak. He hasn't actually been knocked out since 2018.
Oh, maybe we're just used to seeing him get rocked then.
I feel
Or
like
at least take hits.
him and Porter kind of punched each other quite a lot.
Porter,
if I remember correctly.
Yeah,
who won by first round TKO.
Yes, he did.
Yeah,
yes, he did.
I wonder what his strike differential is. Maybe that's absorbed. Look at that. Look at his absorbed per minute.
Yeah.
7 strikes absorbed a minute almost. That is too high for a heavyweight.
That is just substantiating what we just said.
It really is.
He throws a lot, but he leaves
throws
himself
a lot.
open.
He also eats a lot.
And not all decisions are the same. You can lose by decision, but ultimately have been knocked out. And we have seen guys get knocked out during the fight, wake up and keep fighting. So
Chris Patino.
Oh goodness. That's the Chris Patino list.
Yeah. And then the what was it? The featured prelim is Matt the Immortal Brown.
Your favorite fighter?
My favorite fighter. I would definitely say he is my favorite fighter. He's fighting Court McGee.
Let me get a full profile picture of Matt Brown, please.
And you know what?
Look at his face. What are we doing?
Look at that face. And that's probably like best case scenario.
And
that's a guy who's been hit a lot.
And he's our age. Like, that's my thing.
I feel like he's older than me.
He is older than all of us.
Yeah, he's 42.
Oh, he's 42? Okay, so he's a little older. But this is a great fight. I mean, Brian Barberena, or was it Barberena who beat him last time?
Yes.
I just had it up. But that was a war. Like, these are 2 guys who are going out there to kill each other or be killed, and that is a great featured prelim. And I'm pulling for Matt Brown.
Well, I'm torn here. Above almost all else, I value freedom, and I mean that.
Sure.
Part of me thinks, I expected a laugh there, even though I'm not joking. Part of me thinks after the age of 40, we should not let you fight anymore.
I'm okay with that.
Not opposed.
Or you've got to sign an extra set of waivers, because what are you doing, Matt Brown?
Yeah.
There's no way you just love it this much.
And this is a scary fight.
It's similar to what we were talking about with Cejudo. Like, he also coaches part-time.
Yeah.
But he does, I mean, he's been, to his credit, fighting more consistently over the last few years than Henry has.
Yeah.
So, like,
fighting tough people.
We're getting into the realm of, like, for love of the game type of situation.
Mm-hmm.
Which I just tend to not buy when it comes to getting punched.
Yeah.
What if he just really loves to be violent with other people?
I think that's what it is.
I guess.
I can't believe that elbow against Sanchez was 6 years ago almost. Time is fucked, guys.
Time is fucked.
Yeah, but I'm pulling for Matt Brown. That is a tough customer in Court McGee, and
but Court McGee is also old. Like can we check the record?
Oh, that's
Court McGee is like 38, 39. So
he's 38.
And he's been through the ringer. If I had to bet on that fight, and I would. Like, don't get me wrong, I'm a degenerate.
I think Matt Brown would get it.
I would
done.
take Matt Brown.
Plus 180.
I think he would get it done too. I think he would. I don't think that.
Take Matt Brown all day.
I would. You know what?
I'd
would
take Matt Brown by like first round TKO.
Yeah, I would
Speaking
take
of,
Matt Brown, or I would take this fight just not to go to distance. I don't think this will go to the decision.
I think that's a great call, Aaron. I think that's the best call you've made all night.
Except for this Zoom call.
Well, this Zoom call is just obviously beyond reproach. So,
yes.
That goes without saying.
Oh shit, I am going to be in Vegas for game 1 and 2 or 2 and 3 of the finals. I think 2 and 3.
Oh,
when
hell
are you
yeah.
going?
The first week of June.
Oh, cool. Nice.
We'll have to Venmo you some money.
To bet on the NBA finals? Fuck yeah, that is going to be so I'm going with both of my brothers-in-law, actually, my wife's brother and my wife's sister's husband. And we've got stuff planned, but I will just ditch them and go watch the finals, whoever's playing, especially if it's Lakers, in the sportsbook by myself. The thing is,
like, guys, fuck off.
But my one brother-in-law is also a huge Laker fan, so he'll come with me, and then my wife's brother will hang out too because he's just a cool bro. But that will be oh god, especially if the Lakers are playing. I cannot wait.
That's awesome.
Yeah, that's a good time, right? You're able to bet on the game and watch it and have drinks while you're sitting just watching all of the sports all at once.
That's so good. That's so good. Main event. UFC Fight Night, May 13th.
Main card.
Dude, ABC card, right? So on main
ABC.
TV, opening up 10 Means versus Alex Morono is a good fight. It's underrated. I like Alex Morono all day on this fight. He's way more active. Tim Means, who did he fight last? He didn't look great, right? The Dirty Bird didn't look so good.
Max Griffin. Look at that.
Well, shout out to Max, right? Max put a number on him.
Yeah.
And
it's hard to put Dirty Bird away.
Yeah, I agree. But the Dirty Bird is getting dirty old. So give me Morono, the Great White, who, if I'm being honest, like at 170, is this 170 or 185?
This is 170.
Yep.
Could Alex Morono make 155? He looks a little soft.
He fights pretty soft.
Why would he want to? 155 is full of killers. Speaking of, when we're done with this card, I have an actual UFC question I want to, or topic I want to run by you guys.
Of course.
Yeah, as the leader of Mandalore, I'm here to oblige to any
If
questions.
I, by this time tomorrow, will be leader of Mandalore, actually. So,
well, then you must have vanquished me by this time. By this time tomorrow.
There's so many rulers of Vandalore in this planet, thanks to Disney. There's going to be a war. I like Morono here as well. I think it'll be a bloody mess, and it will go to decision. But I think Alex Morono will take it, and I do think it will be very bloody.
I like your style.
Yes,
I'm with you.
Then we get Carlos Ulberg.
Ulberg is a bad motherfucker.
He's a bad motherfucker fighting Ihor Potieria of Ukraine. Good luck, bro. Minus
that's
410.
The thing is that Carlos had a bad start to his UFC career, then has followed it up with what? It's like 2 knockouts.
Yeah, he got knocked out by Kennedy Nzechukwu, and that was a big upset.
Nzechukwu is how you pronounce that. Yeah.
So what was the card? I don't think it was 281, was it? What was the card that Ulberg, a bunch of the city kickboxing guys were on, and Ulberg won his...
That was a fight night. That was a fight night.
Sarukian Gamrot fight night?
Yeah, it was a fight night, and then he went and helped them prepare for the upcoming
really went and helped him prepare.
Yeah, he got down and dirty.
Everything.
No, it wasn't.
That was the first
round.
It
was not that card.
It was a first round TKO for him.
Yeah,
yes.
it was Ulberg Chukwi. It was this fight, June 25th,
Are
2022.
you sure
I'm pretty sure.
it wasn't Adesanya Whitaker at
No, Adesanya
271?
Whitaker was the fight that it actually happened on that he helped for, but it was the fight card prior to that, which was a Apex event.
This was Charyukian Gamrot. Yes.
Okay.
This was totally that fight. It had to have been.
Okay. Anyway, that was a badass move, and he's a heavy favorite in this fight, and I expect him to win.
Yeah, I think so too. I definitely think, and I think he gets it done. I think this is a launch pad for him. I don't know much about Ihor. I know he's been in the UFC, but I think he's a can. But then we get another exciting welterweight bout.
He was on 277 and 283.
Oh shit! Yeah,
He's a
so
contender series guy.
okay. Yeah.
Oh,
so
he
that
beat
explains-
Shogun in January.
Oh, he retired Shogun.
Uh-huh.
This makes sense. That makes sense why he's fighting Carlos.
Mhm.
Well, that makes me think this will be more competitive, but I still think Carlos will win. Then welterweight, D-Rod, Daniel Rodriguez is fighting Ian Machado Garry. Come on, Ian Garry's back. And his chin got tested in the last fight. D-Rod is a tough punching opponent. And it's Ian's chance to get into the rankings potentially. This is a good fight for Ian Garry, in my opinion.
He's a big favorite.
I agree with you, Aaron.
D-Rod hits harder.
I
Not
think
as well.
Garry could knock him out.
I do too. If he was going to, I'd probably put it in the late second round. Maybe even third. But yeah, I think he's going to put D-Rod to sleep. I do. And then we get in the
Isn't D-Rod from right around here?
Yes, he is.
Yeah.
Fontana?
Something
Yeah.
like that.
He owns he's part owner of Tradecraft Farms, which is a dispensary in Southern California as well. That looks
No
like,
free shout outs, but except that one, I guess.
yeah, right. They look like Apple stores. And then Anthony Lionheart Smith, Johnny motherfucking Walker.
So this fight is a pick'em, and I think it should be.
I am right there with you.
I have no idea who's going to win.
I think Johnny Walker's going to win.
I think Johnny Walker should.
I think he's going to win by KO too. Or TKO. But if this goes to the ground, Anthony Smith has better jiu-jitsu. But not as and that could be a thing. But I think Johnny Walker's got this.
Yeah.
And
I
then
think you're right.
And then Jairzinho Rozenstruik versus Jailton Almeida. Heavyweights, number 9 and number 12. And Almeida is an enormous favorite. Minus 490.
Well, they're saying this guy could challenge for 2 belts because he's fighting at heavyweight, but he can get to 205.
Challenge who for 2 belts? Jamal Hill, maybe.
Maybe. I don't remember his last fight. I know he dominated, but I don't remember.
He's a submission guy.
Abdurakhmanov.
Ah, that's right. Shamil.
On 283.
He beat Shamil. Yeah. And then he beat Turkaj before that. And Porter.
Porter.
Porter. And Marquez. They're all first round, second round.
Yep.
This guy's a monster. Rozenstruik, though, he's a decorated kickboxer. You can't hold that against him. He's going to try and manage the distance, but he couldn't do it against Francis. Yeah.
When did he fight Francis?
At the Apex.
Oh yeah, May of 2020. 249.
Yeah.
How wild is that? They were what? The third fight. Francis Ngannou was the third fight on a numbered card.
3 years ago to the day.
Yep. Henry
Uh,
Cejudo and Dominic Cruz with the undercard, and Tony Ferguson and Justin Gaethje.
Yeah. Ah, jeez. Good luck, Rozenstruik.
Mm.
You know, looking at the fact that he lost to Volkov makes me have less.
Sam Alvey and Bryce Mitchell on that card. Carla Esparza, Vicente Luque, Anthony Pettis, a Cowboy, Greg Hardy, Jeremy Stevens, Calvin Cater. It is wild to look back at some of these random numbered cards and see like where some of those people ended up.
Yeah.
It's like we were doing the NFL drafts last week. It's like Devin Booker was drafted 13th overall. So no one knows anything. Like,
You know nothing.
I'm pretty sure Giannis went like also 13th and Mike Trout went 26th, and he wasn't even the Angels' first pick that year, or 25th.
That's insane.
Yep.
Yeah. That's going to be a fun night. I think Almeida takes it.
Probably.
Yeah. What was your other UFC thing you want to talk about?
Well, so with the Aljamain Sterling Henry Cejudo outcome, which division is like the most competitive? Which
155.
which one is most likely to have a new champion at the end of the year?
Ooh. I think those are different answers.
I know, but like it just got me thinking. Like I definitely think Sean O'Malley can beat Aljamain Sterling. I don't think anybody can beat Volkanovski or Brandon Moreno. I don't know if Islam is beatable. If Volkanovski was 15 pounds legitimately heavier, he probably does beat him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, that's the thing is like that's the testament to 145 is that if Volk can go up and be undersized and take it to that type of decision, like who the fuck is beating him at 145?
No one.
No.
Uh-uh.
So most competitive right now, I amend my previous statement. 135 is the most competitive.
I'm going to say
Bantamweight?
170.
170 is the most competitive. Well, so 135, if you look at all the people 1 through 10, and we could do this all day, I guess.
Yeah.
You can make an argument that those people have the skill set to be champion.
In bantamweight?
Yeah, 135.
I don't think that's true. Pedro Munoz?
1 through 10. Okay.
He's 10th.
You got the champ, Aljamain. You have Cejudo, who I guess, is fought, but where do you slide him into the rankings?
They've got him third.
Corey Sandhagen spices it up.
Sandhagen?
Song Yadong. Yeah, bantamweight's very competitive. Umar Nurmagomedov, right on the outside at 11. I mean, he's going to come up. I initially went to welterweight, but I looking at it a little closer, not so much. Like Leon Kamaro's in there, of course, if he stays. Colby, Belal now. But Shavkat Rachmanov is in there.
Shavkat is a future champ.
Yeah, but there's really not many others, and Khamzat's out of the picture at welterweight.
Yeah, Khamzat's going to fight at 185.
So,
I think he's saying he's going to fight at both still.
No. Dana said he's fighting at 185.
Okay.
I've heard too.
We know what Khamzat does to Stylebender, right?
He fucks him up. I think he actually fights Kamaru at 185 next.
Oh, okay. Ooh.
I think Kamaru comes up to fight him at 185. If he wins, he's not fighting Israel because they're butts. Yeah. But I think for him, even if he beats him at 185, it's a testament to like, hey, I need another shot at the 170 belt.
Okay.
Huh. But I don't know. Bantamweight is spicy. They're all spicy.
What's 289 is Nunez and who?
Aldana.
More importantly, it's Oliveira and Dariush.
Yeah. But Irene could be the 4th Mexican champion.
That'd be wild.
Which would be amazing. And they don't have any events scheduled for Mexico in the near future, which is a travesty.
Yeah. Would totally
not
change.
like to say like, hey, it's a missed marketing opportunity, which it is. But like, we can all acknowledge that the Mexican market is like a really big burgeoning market for MMA.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yes. Amanda's gonna be there in Aldana. I'm sorry to tell you.
Mm-hmm.
What was I going? Did either of you watch Canelo?
Mm-mm.
He won.
I saw the post-fight interview where he was talking to the guy. He just destroyed his nose.
Yes.
And he had like this, it was terrible to look at, but the tape on his nose, just good God, man. Like, can we get him into an operating room stat? His nose was fucked up.
Duh.
There was
Broken.
one other thing I was going to throw out there at you guys, and now I don't remember what it was. Oh, well.
That sounds like the start of a porn.
Something I was going to throw out at you two guys?
I don't know. I was trying to do a callback. It didn't work as well as when you guys did it. It is time to wrap the show.
There's something about the casting couch we're leaving on the table. No, don't act like you guys don't know what it is.
Well, of course. It's the casting couch.
Yeah.
Is that what we go out on?
Casting couch 2024.
I don't. Getting the part 2024.
Getting the part 2024. That works on multiple levels.
It does. I like it.
Yeah, you know why I love MMA so much? It's pretty neat. That is 100% true, but it's also because it brings us together. You know what? Violence really does bring people together.